Hello, everybody, and for those of you who are joining us, thank you and welcome. This morning we have a friend visiting who's often here, but this little one is representing a Kiwi bird and they come from New Zealand. They're not Australian, but we are welcoming of anybody who's very different to us, aren't we? Yes, absolutely. So we welcome this little one, and I thought maybe we could talk a bit about when we're very anxious about things. So Big Ted recently had a birthday. He's still got his birthday hat on. Now this is not real candles, in case anybody's worried. You were a bit worried about that earlier, weren't you? You were worried his hat was going to catch a light and burn him. Yeah, no, we had that conversation. So it's pretend. I know sometimes pretend things are a bit difficult, but anyway, just so people know why he's wearing this hat. Sometimes when we have a birthday, people do things like invite others over to celebrate and share with us. I know, we don't like that very much, do we sometimes? We don't mind sometimes if we know who the person is, and if there's one person that we invite, but sometimes when there's more than one, that can be uncomfortable. Why is it uncomfortable? Well, I think it's uncomfortable because we're not sure what we're supposed to do. And in many ways, we just want to stay with the things we know. Yes, and that's what anxiety is about, isn't it? Anxiety comes from not knowing what will happen next. Sometimes not knowing, even when we do know what will happen next, we still don't know how it will happen. And it can be very difficult to explain that to people. So what I find useful is things like taking pictures so we can see a picture of what's going to happen, so we know what to expect. We can take little movies about things. Do you know there's a supermarket, I think it's called Aldi, and they sell those disposable camera, I think it's called. It's a camera you can use and then throw away. I know that sounds awful, but sometimes, just like we get rid of containers we no longer want, I know I try and reuse them too, and we should always reuse things if we can. But anyway, this kind of camera can take footage, that's like pictures and video, that we can look at on the computer, and that can help us understand things when we're a bit worried about how something might look or what it might feel like, and that's useful. Yeah. And you know, that feeling of anxiety is very strange sometimes. It can make our tummies feel a bit uncomfortable. You felt like that? And it can make our mouth feel a bit dry. Yes, and sometimes we're not quite sure. We even lose that sort of ability to speak. Yeah, I know. I knew you know what I'm about. I'll be like that at the moment, actually. So that kind of feeling is what we call anxiety. And sometimes we don't know what it is we're feeling, so we react because we're not quite sure what it is that's happening to us, and that can be scary. And being scared is very uncomfortable. The good news is, if we get to learn about that feeling and identify it, we might be able to just tell an adult, a parent, a teacher or a friend that we're not comfortable, and that's all we have to say really, and then we can take a bit of time to try and explore what that discomfort means. Big Ted over there, Ted next to Big Ted, dear, see how confusing I get sometimes, I get confused, is sitting away from us a little bit on the chair over there because he didn't really want to be part of the group today. And that's fine. We don't always have to be part of the group. Sometimes we can sit on our own. That's no problem at all. It's just important that we let people know, if we can, so they're not worried about us and they're looking for us and wondering where we are. Yes, I know. You find that too? Okay, yeah. So we can all feel that sort of thing, and that's all okay. It's just we need to be able to identify what it is we're feeling, let somebody know, so that then we can work out the best thing to do about it. Taking pictures, short videos, and things like this can help us know, because we can watch how a scene looks, perhaps what McDonald's looks like if we're going to go there, or a park, or some place like this. We can get a picture of it in our head, by looking at the photos, and we can feel more comfortable then. Is that alright for today, everybody? Yes, well, we're very pleased you were able to come, and we're very pleased each time you can come. And in fact, if you wanted to, you could probably stay, but you've got to check that it's okay with your family. Is that alright? Okay, very good. Okay, well, thank you, everybody, and till next time, say bye-bye.